What's up, ladies and gents? We're doing a review on the Colonial Blades NCO Low Vis. I got this on a special edition sale that they had with the tan sheath. This is Kydex, and I've been carrying it for about a month now, maybe a little over. Thought I'd do a review on it as part of my EDC breakdown line of videos. This is going to be the first one, and we're going to start off with it. So starting off, this is a Ausse blade with a titanium nitride coating in black, and it's a 2.3/4 inch actually blade length. You can see it's kind of like a dagger point on the end of it. So the main thing about this blade is that it was created by a gun guy, made for everyday carry, and so you can see it's kind of in that very easy to, if you had to say, fight with style of blade. Very simple. When you grab it, it's already going forward. The shape of it is kind of like a pistol, and it's super easy to conceal and grab. Very quick, very comfortable. These are injection molded scales. You can see there's 2 screws holding them on each. You got some knurling or jimping here on the end of this point. It can be used as a less than lethal hitting point right there. If you don't want to stab someone with this, but you want to just start beating them with it, you could use that. You could probably break glass with it. It's not a glass breaker, but I'm sure you could use it in a pinch. This thing's also really nice in reverse grip. You can see here. I found that I can get 2 fingers in this hole, which is, I believe, why they made it in this shape. So you have your ring finger here, and then pinky goes down here, so you can grab that thing and fight with it like so. So in both styles of grips, it's really comfortable. The coating seems to be somewhat durable. I wouldn't say it's the best. You can see just from playing with it and doing some draw drills with it, stuff like that, carrying it, it's getting some more wear on it. You can see that coating starting to wear there. Over there you can see some rust there on the front, and there, here. Yeah, it's it's really not the best coating, but I really didn't want to spend the money on the more expensive knife. This is a defensive tool, and it's a fixed blade. I'm not using it all the time, not cutting boxes with it. I'm not doing all this stuff. And I know Ausse actually a relatively decent steel. It's not the best out there by any means, but it's definitely a quality knife for the price. It's definitely the most comfortable concealable fixed blade on the market, or fighting fixed blade on the market. That's concealable. I have some other options here. One of the more popular is the K-Bar right here. This is I believe the Hinderer model. You can see right there the Hinderer logo. Kind of the same thing, just not as angled. It's definitely straighter than the Colonial blades. You can see here. It has still a little bit of a bow in it. The sheath on this one, not at all as high quality. It's some sort of injection molded sheath with like a locking mechanism. You really can't carry this whichever way you want, which I really don't like. I like doing on my left side, but when you draw this thing, it's really awkward. So you have to come down here and press on that and then pull out. Kind of awkward. I understand why they did it, so no one else can get your knife. If you're in a tussle with them, if you're really fighting for your life there, they can't get it. Another thing is this big old belt loop here, this middle belt loop. Don't like this one all that much. I know you can buy aftermarket sheaths, but the sheath really kills the knife in my opinion. This one, however, it's made by a holster company. I believe G-Code made them for a little while. I forgot who makes this one, but this is full G10. You can see it's very, very slender. There's not a whole lot of bulk here when it comes to this. You can carry this thing whichever way you want, either on your left or right hand side. You can move this all around with all the grommets, which is what I did. This was originally on the other side, made for like your if you're right-handed, for your strong hand carry. I did this on my left, and so on my body it's going to sit like that, and it's easier to grab. You can pop this thing out with your thumb, or you can just pull it out. The retention on this is adjustable right here with that screw. We like this sheath. Another one I have here, I have the Hogue EX F03, the Hawkbill, and this is a sheath that comes with it, and I bought the belt loop separately, but this is the only way I found to carry this knife. And you can see this one is kind of the same as the Hinder. This one's a little bit more of a karambit style, which I like. See here, carry it both ways. Now, this is not a review of any of these knives except for the NCO, but you can tell it's not as straight. The Colonial blades, I'm saying, it's not as straight. And when you are going to use this knife, punching with it and stuff like that, if you're not a knife fighter, you don't really know what you're doing, you're an average Joe like me carrying this knife, you want something that's easy to use and that doesn't take a whole lot of memory and trying to fight with this thing. And I know, muscle memory, but with the NCO, you pick this thing up, and if you're just throwing punches, if you need a stab, if you're on the ground or something like that, this thing will do a lot of damage if you're able to connect with it. And just being even that natural push motion is really nice. Now you can see here that I can conceal this knife very easily with a Glock 19 5th gen and a spare magazine next to it. The speed of this knife is pretty easy. The concealability is really nice. You can draw it with either hand depending on where you're carrying it. In my case, I have it on my weak side, and it's just super easy to use. Really like this knife, and I highly recommend it. If you want a fixed blade knife to carry, you want something that's really concealable, I recommend this. This is the low vis model. They have a non-low vis, I believe. They have a US made version. This is the Chinese version. There is now a flipper, which I also have. I'll be doing a review of that in the future. But as far as a fixed blade knife as far as a fixed blade knife goes, highly recommend this one. It's super easy. Comes razor sharp out of the box, and it's just a great EDC tool to have. So I hope you like this video. Hit me up in the comments. You can ask questions about this. Like I said, this is the first video of a series of my EDC breakdown. Going to be going over knives, guns, belt, holsters, whatever else I have as far as my EDC. And hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to me at Gentleman Tactical, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Later.